Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Redskins going up against the Colts.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, and Lucas Oil Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Indianapolis Colts. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second down following the run.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Throwing is Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
3 yards to go here on 2nd down. They go with Howard again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Being chased down left. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Colts pick it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The slot man in motion right. They'll run again now with Darquan. Broken tackle. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Let's go. Red 38.
Play clock winding down. They just get the play off. Now Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Smith on first down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Smith now to throw on third down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. get the ball in their hands. And
he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Brissett now on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Let's go!
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Let's go!
First down, Brissett. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On the run, Darkwa. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Brissett. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. That's fielded in the end zone. And And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll begin the drive with Howard, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To the air again, Smith. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, it's Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and 4. Smith throwing again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again is Smith. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ten yards still left on second down.
Single, got a single in the slot, Let's go. What? 90.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the offense has it first and 10.
Ohio, here we go. What? 90. 90.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Brissett escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now it's Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 1st and 10, Smith is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Seven yards to go on second down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Set. Fire, right down. Twin left. Hey, gun.
A give to Howard. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. Smith. And Reed with it over the middle. And he is knocked down from the side at the 47-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Tight end to the right, boys, tight end to the right. Move. Hey. Three down.
Here's Smith now on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This is Howard on second down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Last stop. Last stop.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here we go. Ohio.
Now a give. It's Michael. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go.
The play clock's running down. Throwing. Brissett. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Let's run, fellas. Let's run. They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. Come on, let's go. What? 90.
On 3rd down, it's Michael. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
Here we go.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Come on, let's go. Ohio.
They keep it on the ground with Langford. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jeremy Langford. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a handoff. It's Langford trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Flex round. Ohio.
They run again with Michael. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Frank's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
One last throw here for Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Colts, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.